I'm Kev.
And I'm Steve.
And we're from the internet.
Want an extra episode of We're From The Internet every week? Head over to we'refromtheinternet.com/bonus to get an exclusive weekly bonus episode 100% free. Why are all shop-bought sandwiches smothered in mayonnaise?
Well, most people like mayo, don't they?
Don't presume to call it mayo in my presence. You hideous representation of the human race. It is mayonnaise. Why don't you just start calling it naise?
Because it's mayo.
It's not mayo, it's mayonnaise.
Mayo.
Do you call ketchup? I'll just have a bit of ket on that.
No, I call it
Ketchup.
tomato sauce.
That's longer. That's just stupid. Have some mustard. I'll just have a bit of muss on my sausages there. Thank you very much. You got some mill to put on my cereal. Don't call it mayo.
They
What's wrong
sell
with you?
mayo-free sandwiches in Tesco's.
No, they sell mayonnaise-free sandwiches.
No, it says no mayo on it.
Nothing's got mayo in because it's pronounced mayonnaise.
Well, it all says no mayo.
Why is it okay to abbreviate that? Is it just because people don't know how many N's to put in naise?
Pretty much.
Is that what it is? People are too stupid to spell mayonnaise properly.
And they're wrong.
What do you mean they're wrong?
The all-day breakfast doesn't have mayonnaise in it.
Yeah, it does. On the egg. The egg mayonnaise, won't it?
No, there's no egg mayonnaise. It's just
Which all-day breakfast are you referring to?
The Tesco all-day breakfast.
I'm fairly certain it has hard-boiled eggs that are all chopped up, mixed in with a bit of mayonnaise, and then you have a bit of sausage, bit of tomato, bit of bacon.
There's no mayonnaise in that, I'm certain. And the ham and mustard has no mayonnaise in it.
When I was in
cheese
hospital,
and pickle.
my Dharma Initiative sandwiches were fantastic. They had mustard and mayonnaise. I'd never known such a phenomenal combination. It led to some phenomenal conversation, just like this one. But mustard, mayonnaise and a ham sandwich is the food of kings. It's worth going into hospital for.
What about the pulled pork sandwiches they sell now?
They have mayonnaise. Everything has mayonnaise on.
Well, I've just explained loads of sandwiches you don't like.
No,
the cheese and pickle
you've
ones.
explained loads
The 3
that
cheese
you can't
ones.
taste the mayonnaise on. But guarantee they've got mayonnaise on. They just put mayonnaise on everything.
No, they
It
don't
just
put it in
bulks
them
it
ones.
out.
That's just silly. You wouldn't put mayo on cheese.
It's not mayo. Why is it okay to abbreviate that word? But I'm changing the question. Why is it okay to say mayo when it's not?
It's just what it's called.
Why don't you
by
abbreviate
people.
all the other condiments?
Because I don't feel the need to.
Why do you... Tabasco is taba. I'll have some taba on my... You're an idiot. What's wrong
I'm not
with
an
you?
idiot. It's just what people call it.
Yeah, people
It's
are wrong.
well,
You should
alright.
try and change the world. Convince people that it's not acceptable to call it mayo.
Trying to think of more sandwiches that make you wrong.
It doesn't make me wrong. This was a question suggested by a listener. Are you calling our listeners wrong now? They actually put mayonnaise in the question as well, I think. Hold on, let's check. Yeah, they even spelt it with a capital M, which was a little unnecessary. But they've put the correct number of N's in it. They know how to spell mayonnaise. That's a thinking listener. That's an intelligent human being.
They're all intelligent human beings. That's why they listen to us.
Apart from one of the hosts of the show says mayo rather than mayonnaise.
But what about Simon Mayo? Is he Simon Mayonnaise?
No,
in your
Mayo
world?
is his name.
Simon
He must be.
Mayonnaise.
He's probably more annoyed with this mayo epidemic than I am, because he doesn't want to be smothered over a sandwich. I assume.
That should be another murder technique.
Yeah, he did work for the BBC in the 90s, so who knows what he likes, eh? I don't know.
It must do something to, like you say, bulk it
It
out.
preserves it,
or
doesn't it? Mayonnaise is full of preservatives. 'cause
gives
it's
it
just
more flavour.
It's egg that's is it egg with oil? That's what mayonnaise is, isn't
Egg
it?
white, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, with loads of olive oil and loads of preservatives. So I imagine if you get a bit of lettuce and smother it in mayonnaise, it lasts a bit longer. Because if you just put mayonnaise in an ordinary sandwich, not mayonnaise, lettuce in an ordinary sandwich, it goes really limp and horrible. Whereas putting the mayonnaise on it makes it last longer. That's going to be my guess. I'm going to look it up, actually. Would you believe the internet didn't really have an answer for me? And to be frank, I'm a little ashamed of myself that I've just Googled mayonnaise sandwich. I urge you all to do it because there's some interesting definitions of a mayonnaise sandwich on Urban Dictionary that I don't want to get into here.
No, they're a bit sickening.
Sheepdog just gagged when we were reading them. It was quite interesting. What I did come across, though, was a very, very exciting article talking about the benefits of frying a grilled cheese sandwich in mayonnaise. So you make your cheese sandwich, you put mayonnaise on the outside of it, and then you fry it, and apparently it's phenomenal.
I've got a feeling I've done this before. It rings a bell.
Look at it. See? Mayonnaise all spread on one side.
Yeah, it looks
then you
really...
fry it.
Like, it's eggy bread, isn't it, basically? That's what I'm thinking of.
There we go. We should go do that now.
I mean, you've had eggy bread before.
Not mayonnaise bread.
Oh, mayonnaise is just eggy bread,
With loads of oil as well. It's going to fry up beautiful. Why don't we always fry our mayonnaise?
That's like a good point.
I need to do that today, because I'm being put on another diet later on this week.
You love your fad diets. More mayo to you.
Mayonnaise is bad for you. And stop calling it mayo.
I'm not going to now. I know it annoys you.
Doesn't annoy me, it's just wrong.
What about bean sandwiches? They don't have mayonnaise in. Do they sell bean sandwiches?
No, they don't.
Baked bean
what about mud sandwiches? Baked bean sandwich isn't a thing. What are you?
What about banana sandwich? They must sell them in Tesco's, or jam sandwich.
What?
Pretty sure you can buy a jam sandwich in...
Why would you buy a jam sandwich? You just need to buy a couple of slices of bread and a jar of jam. That's cheaper than buying a sandwich, I imagine.
Oh, meal deal though, isn't it? You get crisps and a drink.
Do you want crisps with a jam sandwich? I wouldn't want crisps with a sweet sandwich.
Well, you could buy popcorn. They're also in a meal deal. Or a flapjack, which I always forget to get.
You probably don't need any more flapjacks, sort of fella. I had something profound to say about jam sandwiches then, but it has unfortunately escaped me, which I'm sure you all are feeling the loss as significantly as I am.
I'm going to look when I'm in there now next and see what they have for the old mayonnaise.
My
range,
mother was not a fan of mayonnaise, so she used to make tuna mayonnaise with vinegar instead of mayonnaise. There you go, there's a fact for you.
That sounds repulsive.
Tuna with vinegar. You put vinegar on fish, don't you? Get a tin
I used to mix tuna with chicken soup, and it just tasted like chicken then.
It would do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and so I used to have that with rice, and it'd just be basically chicken and rice, but it was actually tuna disguised as chicken. I was the genius
mastermind. Why didn't you just have chicken? Because tuna costs more than chicken.
No, tins of tuna cost less than a chicken breast would.
I disagree.
I completely know the answer is the opposite.
Nonsense. I buy chicken breasts for about 50p a breast, but tins of...
Where?
Musclefood.com. 24 chicken breasts for 12 quid.
Wow.
And they're bigger than supermarket breasts as well, and they've got almost no bullets in them. But tins of tuna...
When did you ever had a bullet in one?
When you shoot the chicken so you can eat it.
So are there bullets in these ones then?
Oh, do you never get bullets in your chicken breasts?
No.
How do you kill your chickens?
I have a man that does it for me.
I bet he shoots them, and sometimes you get the bullet in there, so you have to pull the bullet out.
I've never had that happen. Have you had that happen often?
Yeah, all the time. I can't remember the last time I had a piece of chicken and didn't have to spit the bullet out.
Interesting.
But tins of tuna, they're like £1 each.
What kind of fancy tuna are you eating?
Tin tuna from the shop.
In what? Spring water?
No, a tin.
Gold?
No, a tin.
Floating
a tin of
gold.
tuna.
Liquid
when
gold.
When was the last time you did the shopping? Because you have no concept
tuna
of how
in
much
brine,
cost.
tuna flakes in brine, they're not £1 a tin.
I bet they are.
Maybe £1 for 4 tins.
No, £4 for 4 tins. You don't even get a quantity discount on tuna. It's ridiculous. Look,
£4 for a couple of tuna steaks.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see my
That's why I don't understand
yesterday?
people buying bloody tins of tuna. It's
some
ridiculous.
maniac that must live in this area spent £25 on a side of salmon, which the delivery fella accidentally delivered to my house instead. And being honest people, we offered to give it back, and they were like, nah, you could have poisoned it or anything. So we had it for dinner yesterday. A side of salmon is like the most enormous meal I've ever eaten in my life. It probably wasn't
meant
fit
for a family.
Yeah, well, me and my wife ate it.
There you go, look, I've just googled how much is a tin of tuna. It's taken us to mysupermarket.co.uk. It's finding you the best prices for tuna on the internet.
I would normally get John West. I'm not made of money.
That's Tesco. Tesco tuna. £2 reduced to £1. £3 for a pack of 3. You get a pack of 3 and you don't save any money. If you get Charles Bassett white tuna, it's $3.99 for one tin.
40p a tin when I was 18,
tuna's
19.
an expensive thing. Right, look, a normal tin of John West, £2.
Doesn't he normally ask us questions on the podcast?
Want to help us spread the We're From the Internet word? Leaving us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes and Stitcher would give us a nice little boost in the search results and help new listeners find us.